Hello love, my name is Rebecca Jacobs. I help powerful women to come alive to their personal style. And what my clients often say from working with me is that the way I do style is so different than how they've ever seen style taught before. So in this video, I'm going to share my style philosophy with you so you can see what makes it so unique and so effective. Worth mentioning right off the bat that for all of my teenage life, most of my adult life up until this point, I struggled with style. Not on the outside. On the outside, I was very fashion forward. I was always putting these cool outfits together. I got most of my clothing from thrift stores, so I had all these great vintage finds that I always got compliments on, like, wow, that's such a great find. And that was like an addiction for me. I loved that high of people looking at my clothes and being so impressed that I found such a great piece, usually at such a low price from a thrift store. So I had these fashion forward pieces. I had this collection of amazing vintage finds, very large collection, I will add, very large wardrobe of clothes. And I kind of had that natural sensibility with style. I knew how to put outfits together. I had good ideas when it came to style. But then how I was actually feeling in my day-to-day life about my style was all over the place. Sometimes I would feel good, and it was usually only right after I bought something new and my very first time wearing it. I would feel great, I would feel good about my style, I would get compliments. But then most other days, I'd be trying on 20 outfits in the morning, making a giant mess in my room. I'd be feeling more and more discouraged with each outfit I put on. And it felt like no matter what I was getting dressed for, whether I was getting dressed for going out dancing, going to a friend's house, going to work, that nothing I had felt right for the occasion. What I now realize is that nothing I had was right for me, but back then it was this giant mystery. It was like I knew I was good at style, I knew I had these great pieces, I knew I had a lot of them, but I couldn't put outfits together that I felt good in. It was like mind-blowing mystery of my life. But then something happened that I decided, if I'm so good at style, I gotta be able to figure this out. And I realized something, that the only way I'd been doing style up until this point was to look at other women's outsides, to look at their style, and get ideas for my style that way. I was essentially looking at other women's outsides, and that was how I figured out what to do with my outside. So I had this thought, had this wondering, this yearning for what would this be like if instead of modeling my outside after other women's outsides, that my outside was actually a true reflection of my inside. What would that mean if my outside was an extension of my inside? What would that look like? This is the question that changed my style, ended up changing my life, and it was my turning point of style and the birth of my style philosophy I teach and practice today. Because what was making style so hard was that I had no real connection to the pieces, that they didn't mean anything to me beyond that I liked them on someone else or on a hanger, or in my case, that I had saw it first before someone else did it at a thrift store and recognized that it was a valuable piece that was like $6, even though it was vintage designer. That was what was making style so hard. It wasn't that I had bad pieces, it was just that I had no deeper connection to them. So this idea, this thought of how could I make my outside an extension of my inside, became the founding principle for the style I teach today. Alignment. That your style needs to be in alignment with who you are, where you're going, the woman you want to be. It has to be supporting you in the goals you want to accomplish, in the values you want to live out with your life. That your style needs to be connected to something deeper than liking it on a hanger. I call this process giving your style roots. That it needs to be connected to you below the surface, below what we can see, and then it can grow into the clothing and the style that we see on the above the surface in what you wear. So that alignment is part one, anchoring principle number one of my approach to style. And I soon realized that we needed a second principle, which is simplified. That your aligned style is really your ideal style, your dream style, your perfect style, but that can be more aspirational than achievable. So having this second principle in place of simplified is how we actually make this great style for you happen in your everyday life. The simplified principle is what ensures that you're going to be showing up as your best self in your business, at your work, with your kids, with your partner, with the new people you meet, that you're really going to be applying this style in your everyday. And what simplifying your style looks like is what I call setting up some style systems. So that instead of just having this out there idea of what your style is and figuring out how to apply it from scratch every day or every time you go shopping, that you have these systems set up so you know exactly how you're putting outfits together, you know exactly what stuff you're gonna get rid of, how you decide what to get rid of, how you decide what to add to your closet. You have a process you're gonna follow if it's calling for rain or for incorporating your accessories in your outfit, that you have all these predetermined systems that you've set up based on your aligned style meeting you in your real everyday life. Because the truth is, you're not gonna do your style if it's not easy and effortless in your everyday. We know this. So in summary, my approach to the style I live out and the style I teach is twofold. One, alignment. That it is representing who you are, the person you want to be, and it's supporting your life and business goals. And number two, it is simplified, that it's actually making it easier for you every day. It's saving you time, saving you decision making, saving you money on clothes that aren't the best fit for you, and making this aligned style actually happening in your everyday life. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had some aha moments, some shifts in the way you think about style. If you want to really start applying this process today, this approach to style I shared, which I hope you do, I hope you want to apply this, I put together a little quick start worksheet that can help you kind of map the beginning of this out for you. So I encourage you to go grab it. I will link it in the description box below. And of course, as always, if you want to really go deep on this and make this feel-good style happen for you, you can find out more and get in touch about working together over on my website at rj.style/beststyle. I'll link that in the description box below as well. Okay, that's what I got for you today. Until next time, stay stylish, and I'm so excited you finally know all that I mean by that.